Hey there, how you doing? Matt Jeffries, Conquer Diabetes. So, my video today, it's going to announce that starting tomorrow on Saturday, the 22nd, I'm going to be starting a 6-week changeover, right? So, what am I going to be doing? Number one thing I'm going to be doing is very strict adherence to the ketogenic diet. What is keto? So, it's essentially it's getting rid of, on a very basic level, you're replacing what your body uses for fuel from carbohydrates to fat, okay? So I've done this on a very loose basis starting January 1st for approximately 3 months. And in that time frame, I went from 278 pounds to 243. Now, that got interrupted when I had to do a lot of traveling for work, and doing it at the time I wasn't as invested in it as I should have been. So I got out of ketosis and went back onto a very carb-filled life. And so now it's time to change over. And why am I starting it on Saturday? It's to prove that there's not a day of the week that it matters. You just have to start, okay? So what am I going to be doing? Number one is I'm going to be adhering to the ketogenic diet very, very strictly. I'm going to be keeping a tally down of all my nutrients, macronutrients, and everything like that throughout the day. Adherence on a very basic level is about 70% of my food intake will be of fats, okay? 5% of that will be carbohydrates, and I do not want to exceed 25% in protein, and I only want to ingest approximately around 16 grams of net carbs. So how am I going to film it? How am I going to do it? Essentially, I'm going to go through and explain to you what the ketogenic diet is, why it's maybe very, very good for someone who has type 2 diabetes or diabetes in general, and what some studies have shown and what they're going for. Also, as far as exercise go, I'm going to be going to Planet Fitness, and that's the only gym I'm going to be going to for the next 6 weeks. So, what am I going to be doing? I'll be doing, to start out with, in the first week, I'll be going to the gym once a day. I will have very basic cardio plan mixed in with their 30-minute quick cardio that I'll be doing every other day. Past that, what I'm going to be doing throughout the next 6 weeks is showing you and explaining, what a macronutrient is, what net carbs are, what kind of exercise should you be trying to do on a basic exercise plan. And we're just going to see where I go with it. So starting out today, I'll give you my before photos, I'll give you my before weight, and then, starting tomorrow, it's going to be full keto. So right off the bat, what to expect. My initial intro into ketogenic diet, I found that I hit the keto flu very hard. Now the keto flu is when your body's going in that process from using carbohydrates as a food source to moving over to using fats as a food source. And it sucks. Like, it's not fun. For that first 4 days, I was exhausted. It just was worn down. It's just, you're asking a lot of your body in changing over one day. So it should take me about 4 days to get into ketosis, and I'll be testing that with keto strips along with a blood glucose check as well. I'm also going to be getting blood work drawn on Monday or Tuesday to go ahead and show what my levels are at currently. And then I'm going to get it done again on June 3rd, right around there, and right when I'm complete with the 6-week trial. So we're going to have blood tests from before, blood tests to after. So basic rules: no alcohol. No pasta, no carbohydrates, and we're also not going to be having any vegetables that grow within the ground or anything that is a starch. We're going to be trying to stay away from sugar completely. So that's a very basic rundown of what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys kind of what my process is. And I have no expectations. I mean, I have no idea where I'm going to end up. I'm going to be also going over the different tools I'm going to be using, such as supplementation, along with the apps that I use to keep track of all my nutrient intake throughout the day. So yeah, what I want you to do is go ahead first, put any comments down in the comment section on questions you might have or anything you want answered that I can go ahead and make within this video series. I'm not going to be doing the vlog, every single day, bringing you through this is what I had for breakfast, this is what I had for lunch, dinner, etc. However, I will be keeping a log book of everything I'm doing, and I will make that available to you if you want. So, what am I asking you to do? I am totally not asking you to do what I'm about to do right now. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to test this out on myself. Now, for anyone watching out there, I want to say this very, very clear. Do not get started on any kind of diet, any kind of exercise program, or anything that is different from what you're doing right now without first talking to your doctor. How this diet affects me and how exercise affects me is going to be different than how it affects you. So to understand how that's going to work for you and to kind of know where you're going to be heading, always talk to your doctor. It's probably the most important thing I can go over. Other than that, like I said, starting tomorrow, 6-week transformation. Let's see where we end up at. I have no predictions. I have nothing like that. I'm going to go in this with a very open mind, and I'm going to be very honest too. I mean, I'm going to show you where I start out at, where I end at, and then in the middle of that whole process, I'll go over the type of exercise I was doing, along with how I was keeping track of everything and what I did. So if you would, go ahead and hit that comment section below. Go ahead and let me know what kind of questions you have, and then we'll kind of go from there. So have a great day, and before I leave, I'm going to show you my beginning weight. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Honestly, I've always been completely afraid of doing something like this, but it is what it is. All right, let's do this thing. Here we go. Whoa. Okay. All right, 251.4. Let's do that one more time. Wait till that zeroes out. All right, zeroed out. Step on it one more time. Okay, 251.4. And I like doing things 3 times, so zero it out. And one more time. 251.4. Boom. All right. So we know where I'm starting off at, and I will go ahead and submit those before photos tonight. Thank you very much, guys.